This is Chhaya Nene for American Bazaar at the 2024 IFFLA opening night. There is a wide variety of films, filmmakers, guests of this festival that have been coming back, and that's because the quality of these films at IFFLA are truly outstanding. We spoke with some of the filmmakers and guests about what they're truly excited about tonight. Let's take a look.
So yes, I've been asked a lot of times that, what were the challenges, but I've never been asked what your personal challenges. It's always been asked what were the challenges while shooting in an enclosed train and doing such kind of an action, but nobody's asked me what has been my personal challenge. So the personal challenge was that, just 2 months before I started shooting the film, I suffered a slip disc. Yes, and those 77 days I shot, I was in excruciating pain. I couldn't sit for more than 20 minutes, I couldn't stand for more than 20 minutes. I had to constantly keep going mad. I used to take a shot and go back and lie down on a bed. There was always be a bed next to my monitor. So it was personally, physically, and then it's an action film. So there are a lot of times that I had to show people the action. With that kind of a back, it was very difficult. It was too painful to actually show them. But then, but that's how a filmmaker's life is. You have to do that.
I think Nikhil is a very sensitive writer-director, who was hyper aware about how women are shown on the film. So that's really, really important. And as a female filmmaker, as a producer, those are some important conversations we have. So it's, I'm excited for for reviewers, for audiences to notice the little hints and, see how we've balanced it.
So it was very important to create a safe environment, and we did that by having as many women on set as possible, so that when we were shooting anything intimate, everyone would leave and it would be only the girls. And we did that by hiring heads of departments, but also we created a program called Undercurrent Lab to train women who want to work in lighting, because there are not many women who work in lighting. And so 40 women applied to our program, 9 were trained, and one of them ended up on our set.
Listening to you, it's not about compassion, it's about understanding where someone comes from. Would you say that's true in this film?
That is very true, because I hope you don't agree with the people at all on what happened here. But just in what world is it even believable that a mother would say that to somebody who had kidnapped their child? So that's what it was.
And it's the way you say it, because the way you said it's different, right?
Yes, it is. It just needed to be told in that style.
I show up with all my intention, and if there is any identity crisis, it's not on me, it's on the person in front of me if they have an issue. So I haven't really thought about life in that way. For me, it is about doing my work. And if there are hindrances, if there are rooms I feel I'm not welcome in, I still just do my work and get out of it. So I've been young, I've been producing for the last 2 decades, I've been in rooms which have been much, intimidating, bigger, lots of money, judgment. Who has the time for any of it? So you keep going, there's enough world who wants to work with you. Find your tribe, double down on it.
Out there in the box office, it's a battle every day. So if I get to make this kind of film again, I think I will think twice. So I hope that kind of system changes, that there is an ecosystem that supports these kind of films, so that we have more meaningful content coming out of the country. Yeah.
A question I hope we get to a point we don't have to ask is what I would like to contribute here is that is a story with women leading the story. Does it have a market or not? I hope that question goes out the window, really. I hope that someone like Krista doesn't have to think twice next time he makes a story like this, because he does write his women so beautifully. And so then actors like us thrive when we get characters like this.
I knew that I wanted to work in the legal field and work in education, pursue more education, so I could use it for the betterment of what path I go on, whether it's diplomacy or international human rights law. And I find that this movie somehow also touches on that, which is wonderful. And it's nice to know that it has a meaningful message. And I think that they both supplement each other, both my acting and my work in law.
Remind me your name. Chhaya.
That was one of the best questions, by the way. You must be an investigative journalist. Yes, I'm very proud.
Is truth, I guess, an element of your storytelling?
Did you say truth? Yeah, I feel like there's a part of our experience that's basically missing from any of our media. Like, I don't remember seeing any like women who look like me as sexual beings in television or movies growing up. And and I think what that does is that erasure makes casts like a pall of shame around it. It's like you put it as something shameful and something that is to be hidden. And so to communicate the truth of what it is to be a young woman, what it is to discover your body, what it is to navigate consent with your partner, I think is really important for us to see that.
There's a lot of nuances in the film, and I think everyone should watch it. But I think anyone who's an immigrant who came here has to learn to drive can relate with this. So
This is Chhaya Nene for American Bazaar, now known as They See Max, for IFFLA 2024.